As much as I wanted to focus on YouTube and putting videos out and continue the momentum that I was building over the last however many months, I really had to put my head down and focus on my lawn care business to get things where they needed to be for my own personal health and well-being, for my family, for obviously my business itself, and just for the future in general. So I still have employees. I'm still looking for employees. I will always continue to look for employees. Something I learned from my retail management days that I didn't take advantage of last year with everything going on and just still feeling a little timid about getting involved in that aspect of my lawn care business, going from solo for 4.5 years to starting to hire employees, even though I've been a leader my whole life, managing hundreds and hundreds of employees over the last 15 plus years in retail management. It's still a whole different ball game in a lot of ways for, self-employed, for your own business, especially totally different business than when I'm used to running or managing in retail. With that being said, I should have continued to look for people over the whole course of the summer and into the fall last year, instead of always pushing the panic button and being reactive instead of proactive. So back to what I've always known and learned in my retail management days is you can always find room for good people. So that's something that I'm going to get back into and stick to. So I keep reposting and updating my job listings so that I can continue to have candidates coming in for that off chance that I find someone that just looks and sounds phenomenal that I want to give a chance, and hopefully they will be great. And who knows, maybe they'll be my first crew leader. So if I don't keep that door open all the time, then I might be missing out on opportunities. The same thing goes for always taking on accounts or clients that you really want. You can always find room for the clients and the accounts that you really want in so many ways. Just like with employees, you can 80-20 them. Same thing with clients and accounts, 80-20, your bottom 20%. For one reason or another, whatever criteria you have, that bottom 20% you can give them to someone else. Whether it's employees, accounts, clients, you can give them to another company that might be looking for that help or those accounts, or just let them go altogether, because it's just going to be better for them. It's also going to be better for your business. So, and then you can bring in the clients, the accounts, or the people that you need and really make the best fit. And that's something you should just always do, no matter what, for the health and the longevity of your business. But one of the biggest things that I've realized, I've gone through my YouTube videos of the past, this and around this time of year, and that's one of the beauties of social media and YouTube in general. And I know a lot of guys have talked about that they're kind of journaling their life and business on YouTube, so they can kind of look back and see how they've progressed and all these kind of things. So I did the same thing, and I looked, and every year this time of year I talk and complain about the same stuff. And it's like, wow, what the heck? And I mean, every year it just gets compounded because I grow every year and just different things happen every year, but it's still the same kind of stuff that we're all dealing with in this industry, in this business. And it's just like, why do I keep complaining about the same stuff and not doing something about it? So one of the things I quickly made an adjustment to, because I realized it's not for the health and well-being of the future of my business as well as myself. What I did was I stopped taking on landscaping work. I know I had a previous video about landscaping pays the bills, and I agree that's 100% accurate. In my opinion, that's all true, and that's worked for me. But at this point in my business, I need to take a back seat with that and just stop offering that, stop taking on that work. Doesn't mean that one day I might not get back into that, but like a lot of peers and mentors over the years and most recently have told me and alluded to, or just said in general on social media, that it's easier to start small, like find a niche and grow that way, scale that, and it's always easier to add stuff on afterwards. After you master one thing and another thing, you can add and grow that way if that's what you want. But when you try to take on too much at once, so many things can start falling apart. The wheels just start falling off everywhere, and the service that you were really good at offering and following through with great quality and commitment to your clients, now that starts falling apart. And that's what was happening. The lawn care, the fertilization weed control, and the mowing the lawns was just starting to fall apart. Like I couldn't get there on time, the scheduled days. I was starting to fall behind on treating yards for a certain time frame. You have certain windows that you got to get yards treated depending on your region and what you're applying for the most effectiveness. And all that was just getting all crazy because I was busy, dealing with all these mulch jobs and trimming shrubs and a lot of the usual stuff. But I was taking on more and more this year because I'm trying to grow and all that, and I'm just thinking, oh yeah, sales, right, revenue. But at the end of the day, it was stressing me out and taking on too much time away from the other things that I really need to focus on. And at the beginning of my whole business, I always wanted to be a lawn care only company. Everything turf, mowing lawns, fertilization, weed control, aerating and seeding, all that. No trimming shrubs or mulch or planting, pruning trees, all this kind of stuff. I didn't want to do any of that. I mean, I enjoy some of that, don't get me wrong, but I don't enjoy it as much as taking over someone's turf 100%. Mowing it at the right height all the time, striping it real nice, fertilizing it, taking care of the weeds, aerating and seeding it, and I just have 100% control other than the watering of their lawn. And to me, that's very gratifying and it's very profitable. So I just went ahead and referred the rest of my mulch jobs out to one of the local guys that I met a couple of times in the same neighborhood that I'm in. I went and introduced myself one day to him last year, and we've chatted here and there, when we see each other in the neighborhood. And he's got crews and plenty of the right equipment, dump trailer and all this stuff, multiple trucks. He's already at that point. That means he needs that work to keep that stuff working, to keep those trailers and trucks out on the properties, making money, getting his employees the hours that they need, and so on. I'm not at that point, and I don't necessarily want to be at that point from a landscaping point of view. So I went ahead, I referred him, I contacted him, said, do you want some work? And he said, yeah, that's great. I got all caught up, I would appreciate that. So I just told all my clients that that's what I was doing, gave them the information, let it work out for them. So that took a huge relief off of my shoulders, not having to worry about how I'm going to squeeze in the rest of these jobs. So now I can just focus on getting everything done on schedule. Mowing lawns in between, the rain and stuff, which we're not getting a whole lot of this year compared to last year so far. So that's good. I know other parts of the country, it's a whole nother thing. It seems like they're experiencing what we here in Central Virginia experienced last year, being the second rainiest year on record. It was crazy. But so this year it's been more consistent with the way the weather normally is. Some rain here and there throughout the week, and you have to kind of bob and weave a little bit and rearrange your schedule sometimes. But at least I'd rather deal with that than that and how to get landscaping stuff done, and working every weekend for months now trying to get this stuff done. After I told the guys I hired, I rarely ever work on weekends. So I mean, we rarely work on weekends. So it's just like things were just getting out of hand, and I needed to actually make some changes. Instead of talking about things need to change and complaining about things need to change, actually making change. So that's where I'm at now. Lots of other ideas and things going on that I've done and that I'm going to do in my business. More videos to come. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching my videos, following along, commenting below, and giving me your experiences, your opinions, your feedback. It all is valuable in some way. and I really appreciate it. So thanks. Keep commenting, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and remember to keep being a rookie for life. Peace.